welcome home. Hello friends. Today I want to go over a few things. I was asked on my Instagram, I had a message over on Instagram on my account, asking if I would break down cottage style, how to achieve it, what they should look for, just general information as to how to achieve a cottage style home. If you get a lump and a bump, well, there's a big black lab that keeps wanting to lay under my tripod. Alright, so we're going to go through this. Cottage style, to me, is warm and cozy, and anything I can think of as far as being my memories. What was my warmest moment? What time in my life did I feel the coziest? At home, at peace. And to me, that's what it all embodies. A cottage is, by definition, a small dwelling. We do live in actual cottage is a very small house. And you don't have to live in a very small house. You can make little nooks in your own house if you have a really large home and give it that cottage feel. You can take a manor house and turn it into a cottage feeling home. It's all about feels. Cottage style, number one, we are going to talk about, for me, as far as I'm concerned, thinking being a child, is going to be art, wall pieces, art collections. I'm going to insert a clip of my gallery wall right here. Here is some of my art on the wall. I mean, you can just get lost in some of these pieces, right? Walk into that Italian villa. A farmer and his wife praying over their crops. A piece of architecture. A beautiful pond scene with a little country cottage. Little boat in the water. Little bridge. You just imagine yourself walking across the bridge or floating in the little pond. Photo of downtown Nashville, Indiana. It's vintage. It's winter scene. Look at the antique shops. Old stuff, it says. Old stuff. Walk down the road. Or this regal lady here staring at a painting. Is she the artist or is she the muse? It's tiny. It's probably the size of a silver dollar or a 50-cent piece, I'm gonna say. Velvet backing. The Lord's Prayer up here. So this is part of my art collection. Then we have this piece over here. Let's come this way. Candles on the wall. I'm trying to not get glare, but that's all I'm going to get at this time of day when it's morning and the sun pours into my window. It's a farm scene. I don't know if you can see from the glare. I do need to get a frosted glass on it. Here is my little fall scene. The cabin, the fall colors on the trees, the bridge. I just think about this as people sitting outside in old times just gossiping, right? The old men, like, what? Did you hear that? And the lady looks up like, I didn't know that. These are just a few of my pieces of art. So, I remember as a child staring into my grandma's artwork on her walls and just getting lost in the paintings as if I were living amongst the town people in a Krieger and Ives print she had on the wall, or she had done a paint by numbers and it was trees with a little trail leading off into the the wilderness, and I remember just thinking, I'm going to walk on that path, all the stuff I might see. Just, I like to get lost in things like that. It's a cozy feeling, it's a home feeling, it's just relax and look at the art. Number 2, our collections. And I will insert, I started collecting dishes and china. A collected, curated feel. So not just are you collecting your art and your pieces you love, but you're collecting like dishes and anything that makes you feel homey. You know, I think a cottage vibe is all about hominess. It's coming home, the warmth, the family. Here I'm going to insert a little video of what I've collected so far. My collection is not extensive at all, but it's a work in progress. Here's a little video of that. Here's some of the pieces in my china cabinet. I love blue and whites. I do collect them. The one in the center is about 140 years old. I also collect communion glasses. I have silver ones, I have silver and glass ones, and I have brass and glass ones. I have Spode spice jars. This old pumpkin. He's a little beat up, but I just like him for the actual fact that he's a little beat up. Horses, John Wayne. Yeah, that is my husband's collection of John Wayne stuff. I have to put his stuff in here as well. He lives here too. We need it to feel cozy for the husbands as well. So in between my blue and whites, there is a picture of John Wayne. More blue and whites at the bottom. It's like my glass needs a little cleaning. And then across here is the other one. And the top is all John Wayne, except for the tiny blue and whites. Teacup. Another John Wayne. Hummels. My husband also likes Hummels. So when I come across one, I do buy it for him. There's another one up here. Teacups. Blue and whites. Cut glass. I have a crystal vase in the bottom of the other one as well. I will be putting all his mother's silverware in here. And some more crystal in the bottom, and that's where I store teacups at for me and the granddaughters to have tea. I also have a collection of pitchers. There are 3 white ones here. There is a yellow one on the other wall, and there is a green one that I still haven't found yet and I'm packing. On the wall, I've also continued my collection of blue and white plates. This all adds to the cozy cottage vibe. You could have company at any minute and have enough dishes to be able to serve everyone. And now that you've seen that, the other thing that I like about the cottage style are baskets. I have baskets everywhere, and they work marvelously for holding things, carrying things. When I'm working in the garden in the summer and spring, I haven't put my garden in here, but I will. I take a basket with me, gather flowers, to gather whatever produce the garden has provided for me at any given moment. It just connects me to people in the past. You know, they used to take their baskets out and gather things. It makes me feel grounded. I keep them all over my home. I'm looking around now at all the baskets I have here. I have one that's got several Afghans in it. I've got one hanging on the wall with pieces of silver plate in it. I've got a little stack of baskets on one of my little shelving units. I have baskets in my kitchen. I have a stack of picnic baskets here right beside me. Just something you can grab and go. They also, in a cottage, the big thing is storage. It is a small space, so anything that can double as storage, and baskets definitely double as storage, especially picnic baskets. You know, you can store in them, you can take them with you and have a picnic outside. They are aesthetically pleasing, natural tones. Books is another thing. I don't have very many books, so I'm not going to worry about us, inserting a clip here. But vintage books, old books, whatever. Just think of cozying up by a fireplace, or you have a wood stove in the kitchen with a blanket, a book, a cup of tea in the evening. Just you and the warmth, and wherever your imagination takes you in a book. It's a good heart feeling. Next, I want to talk about my cottage. I like a decent sized kitchen because I do like to cook and bake, and I think nothing says cottage more than coming home to fresh baked goods and a warm home with blankets, and it's just a vibe, right? Candles everywhere. I love candles. The last thing I want to talk about personally is going to be textiles. I love anything Afghans or quilts or throws or pillows everywhere. Just, it's that comfort level. It's that level of, I'm not going to be cold here. This is going to be a warm home. I'm going to be warm even all winter. And winter is my favorite, well, I can't say, not my favorite time of year, but my favorite time as far as living in the cottage. Early summer and winter are my favorites in the cottage. Now, my favorite time of year actually is going to be fall. I love being outdoors in the fall. But as far as like cottage aesthetics and the feels are when you can go and start gathering those flowers in your baskets and bringing them in for your house, opening the windows and airing things out in the late spring, early summer. It's a good heart feeling, That's what I go for with the cottage vibe, is a good heartfelt feeling. My family's coming, I'm baking some food. It's not a lot to take care of. It's not a lot of fuss. A lot of fuss. Everybody says, yeah, a lot of fuss. But it's a collected thing. Think of maybe you have a small home, but you've inherited pieces and pieces and nice things, and you want to keep those on display for people to see. You want to see, I've read these books. These are my books. These were my grandfather's books. And within the cottage style, it's gives you the ability to show your history in a homey sense and not so much a fancy fussy sense. But it's okay to have color, and it's okay to have quilts, and it's okay to have 1,000 pillows, and it's okay to have your grandma's dishes or dishes you've fallen in love with. And it's about comfort and hearth and home and love and family, at least for me, and in my small cottage that I really do live in. So go today. And most of my things are thrifted, secondhand, marketplace, free. Go out and create yourself a little cottage corner in your home. Find some place that you can sit and have a glass of tea at the end of the night, or a coffee, somewhere to cuddle up and read a book, a cozy corner to watch TV in. There are many places. The kitchen, light a candle and bake a loaf of bread. It's all the vibe. It's all heartfelt. It's all love. It's all about family and home. All right, guys. Thanks for coming today, showing up today, whatever. Please like, comment, subscribe, share if you thought someone else would like to see this. And keep coming along with me as I turn this little country cottage into our little dream home. All right? Thanks, guys. Have a great day.